Hello. So, good morning everyone. My name is Ankit Sharma. I am working as a Salesforce developer in Webco. And these are my Twitter handles and LinkedIn ID. If you have any query regarding the session, you can connect me over these. So first, some of you might have joined the previous session as well. And in the previous session, we discussed how can we communicate between the components which are related to each other. One of them is a parent component or a child component. How can we send data from the parent component to child component or from child component to parent component? And in the continuation of that, today we will be discussing about how can we communicate between the components which are not related to each other. Like there is no parent component or child component between them. They are on the same level or at different DOM trees. And how can we communicate between them? So today we will be discussing about the lightning messaging service. Using this, how can we communicate between components and how can we communicate between the components which are of different type. Like if you want to communicate between the Aura component or an LW component. You can communicate with the lightning message service. So let's see today's agenda. We will discuss what is lightning messaging service, how can we communicate between the different types of components like LWC component to Aura component or LWC component to Salesforce pages and vice versa. Then we will discuss the lightning message channel. What is lightning message channel? How can we create the lightning message channel in the Salesforce? Then we will see a quick demo of the lightning message service. So let's start. Lightning messaging service allows us to communicate the components of different types. Like we have a lightning page in which we have different type of component. We have LWC component, Aura component, or a visual force. And we want to pass data from the LWC component to Aura component or a VFH. How can we do that? The lightning message service allows us to do this. Previously, we were not able to do that. In fact, it is very similar to, you must have heard, application event in the Aura. It is similar to that, but using this we can communicate between the components of different types. So, and it is based on the lightning message channel, and it allows us to communicate across the domain. Suppose there is a component A which has two child component A1 and A2, and on the same level there is another component B, and it has similarly two child component B1 and B2. Then if we wanted to communicate from the A2 component to the B component, so there is a different component. So using this we can communicate across the domain.
So what is
document object model? It is similarly an object using which you can interact with a lightning page. Lightning page should not be interact with a web page. So let's see how we can use the lightning message service in different components. Like if we want to use in the visual force, there is a global variable message channel. Using this we can use the lightning message service. And in Aura, there is an tag lightning message channel. Using this we use the lightning message service in the Aura components. And in LWC there is a module message channel, using which we import the APIs, different type APIs in the LWC component, and then we use it. Now, let's see how can we create a message channel. In order to create a message channel, you first have to go to the default directory, and under the default directory you have to create a new directory with the name message channel. Once you create the message channel directory, and inside this you have to create a file, or we can say lightning message channel, and the extension should be dot message channel -matter.xml. Like this, I have created a lightning message channel here. And the lightning message channel structure should be the same. Like it must have a master label and a Salesforce tag and the lightning message fields. We can create lightning message fields in a lightning message channel to pass what kind of information we pass through the lightning message service. Like in the demo, what I am doing here, I have created two lightning message fields. One is the account ID and another one is the additional info. Like with the element, I want to pass account ID which the user has selected from the list. I want to pass that information, and additionally I want to pass an additional information message that the user want to pass through the lightning message channel. So now let's talk about is exposed. What it controls. When it is set to true, so it makes the lightning message channel available outside of its namespace. If you set it to false, then this message channel cannot be subscribed outside of the another namespace. Okay. That's how you can create a lightning message channel. Then you just simply have to deploy it in your Now let's see how can we use lightning message service inside the LMS. To use that, first we have to import the lightning message channel that we recently created into the LWC component. Then we have to use the import the APIs like subscribe, publish, message context, and create message context through the message service module. There are different APIs which are available, like publish. We import this in which the component we want to publish the event. And similarly, the subscribe is used when we want to subscribe from the another component. Similarly, in Aura, there is a lightning message channel tag, using which we communicate through the lightning message channel, and it has three attributes: on message, scope, and type. So type decides which message channel you want to use in the lightning message service, like through which message channel you want to send emails. And on message, this attribute decides whether the component you are using is a publisher component or a subscriber component. In Aura, they don't have any publish, subscribe, anything method like that. They have a simple attribute on message. So in both components, the component that is subscribing the event and the component which is publishing the event, both will have the same tag, lightning message channel. But the subscribing component will have the on message attribute. And in this we set the function name which we wanted to perform on receiving the event. Third one is scope. Scope decides whether you wanted to subscribe from the active record or you wanted to subscribe from the entire application. Next is how can we use LMS inside the VFH. Similarly, to use the VFH, first we have to import the message channel through the global variable message channel, $message channel. Then it has some methods like subscribe, unsubscribe, publish, using which we can use the LMS inside the VFH. Let's see a demo. first, let's see the message channel. As I told you, to create it, we just simply have to go to the default directory, create a message channel folder, and inside it, create a file with the message channel name dot message channel hyphen meta.xml. Let me just explain you. For now, what I have done for the LWC, I have created two components. One is the publisher LWC component and another one is the subscriber component. So in the publisher component, what I am showing a list of account records on the page, and when the user selects an account record, I am firing the event with the account ID and the additional information through the Lightning message service. And in order to publish the event, I am simply importing the message channel here and importing the API methods like service and message context here. And with the on-click method, what I am doing, I am simply creating a payload with the information what I wanted to pass through the events. First is the account ID. It is the ID of the account record which have been selected by the user, and another one is the additional message that I am passing here. Currently I am passing simply just this is published from LWC. Next I am using simply the publish method here, and I am passing first the message context, and the second parameter is the message channel that we imported. The third is the payload. Using the publish method, I am simply publishing the event here. This is kind of yes. Similarly, in the subscriber component, I am just simply importing the message channel here and importing the APIs method from the message service module. And in the subscriber component, what I am doing, when the component is getting loaded in the connected callback, I am subscribing the event here. I am subscribing the message channel here, and I am passing this dot message context, the message context that we created here with the wire adapter, and the message channel that we imported, and I am defining here the function that what we wanted to do when the event is received. So what I am doing here, I am just simply getting the ID from that we received from the event and setting it to the local variable here. Let's see it in action. As this is the LWC publisher component that we showed there, and and it is showing a list of account codes. Whenever a user clicks on any account code, then event is published with the account ID and the custom message that we provided. This is published from everyone. On this landing page, I have created 3 components: Aura component, publisher and subscriber, and Salesforce publisher and subscriber. All 3 type of components are there. So as you can see here, when I click on the LWC component here, the Salesforce component that subscribes that event is showing the information here. In similar way, you can communicate between the visual space and Aura component as well. For the Aura component, you just have to add the lightning message channel tag here, and with the attribute type, and here setting the account message channel that we created here, and I'm providing the Aura ID. With the Aura ID, you can get the message channel in the controller and use the publish method for Aura ID. You can set any Aura ID. Attribute आप जो भी Aura ID set करना चाहते हैं, it is not fixed. You set any. I have set account LMC. You can set message channel, account message channel. With this, you can find it in the controller component of file and use the publish method. And we are publishing with the payload, this payload. And here what we are doing, we are simply setting the same here like we did in the LWC component. We are setting the account ID and the additional information. It is the Aura component that we are in this component we are publishing the event. Similarly, in the subscriber component, here what we are doing, we are simply adding the lightning message tag that we added there. But here we are providing the on message attribute here, and we are setting it the method that we wanted to execute on receiving the email. What this method is doing, it is doing nothing, just simply getting the information from the message that we are publishing here and set the account ID and additional information. Yeah, that should happen. Similarly, in the VF page as well, we are doing the same, simply displaying a list of account record here. And first we have to import the message channel with the global variable $message channel and providing the message channel name here. And one thing you have to keep in mind, after providing the message channel, you have to append the underscore C. Like we created the message channel, account message channel, we have to add the underscore C in the end and import the message channel. Then for the VF page, there is an image Salesforce 1. We have to use the Salesforce1.publish method to publish the event from the Salesforce page. And similarly, as I do in the previous code component, I am simply passing the account ID and the additional message. Similarly, in the subscriber component, and just simply subscribing the event on the page node, and simply importing the message channel here, and using the subscriber as subscribe. On this, there is some network issue. Selecting the account test here, all the components that subscribe that message channel are showing that information. I'm finding the event from the XC component and all the other components that subscribe that are showing that information. Maybe you can fire from the Aura component as well or from the wave page. From the controller, we are getting the list of account records and setting the wave as you can see. In Excel tag. Yeah.
But when you publish on you see the subscriber component to the
Yeah.
can you show me that subscriber?
You wanted to see the subscriber of the wave page. Yeah.
Every component published and the system over there. And your subscriber now the VF page, how it is setting the value on the VF page, like account ID, make the country display ground. This is what account ID for
from which component the event is firing, the structure will be the same, like we defined the landing message field. So no matter which component is firing the event, the message will get the there is some consideration that you have to keep in mind if you are using the landing message service. the Salesforce pages supports the landing as a service only if they are included. Not they doesn't work if you are adding the web page with the help of iFrame. And Salesforce page supports only the message channel, which is exposed. If you make it small, this exposed attribute. Work, but for the Salesforce page you have to export the. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit. Guys, do you have any query regarding this presentation, or can we start with the lunch? Not exactly lunch, but we have pizza for you, so we can start with that. Yes? Pizza lunch.
Could you please share the code of GitHub or any
Okay. Yeah, I will upload it.